My spring at 56, a story of reclaiming my life. These days, when I open my eyes in the morning, the first thing I do is stand in front of the mirror. My body aches everywhere. My lower back is always stiff, and my knees throb with even a little walking. The stairs I used to run up and down without a second thought when I was young. Now leave me breathless and shaky-legged with every climb. The person in the mirror is no longer the person I know. My body has become heavy with weight gain, and I waddle when I walk. It feels strange, as if my body isn't my own anymore. My husband speaks harshly whenever he sees me. Your belly is as big as Namsan Mountain. You'll be rolling around soon. Your face looks like it's going to burst. Far from sounding like jokes, his words pierce my heart countless times. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, his words echo in my ears. I tried to eat less, I did stretching. But day by day, my body only gets heavier, and my heart grows more exhausted. The reflection in the mirror no longer encourages me. It's just my pitiful, helpless shadow. But what can I do? I have to go to work today. I'm the one who has to earn our living expenses. My husband has been staying home ever since his business failed some time ago. And it's not like he helps with housework either. He just lies on the sofa watching TV or staring at his phone. Even when I come home late from work, all I get is, "Where's dinner?" It's been several years since I started working as a caregiver. Every morning, I force my heavy body up and head to work. On the bus, there are a few other people like me, waking before dawn. Everyone has tired faces, I'm just one of them. There's a message from my eldest son, Junhyuk. Mom, I'll bring the baby this weekend. Please make gochujang jjigae. For a moment, my heart warms. Seeing my granddaughter is the greatest joy in my life these days. As soon as I arrive, my day begins. I support elderly people who can't move on their own, prepare their meals, and manage their medications. As I bend over and lift them, my back and shoulders grow heavier each day. But when an elderly person holds my hand and says, "Thank you," I momentarily forget that fatigue. This work isn't easy, but knowing that I'm needed by someone, that alone gives me the strength to persevere. However, when I think about facing my husband's cold gaze again on my way home, my heart immediately grows heavy. Today, Grandma Kim said, "Misuk, your hands are so warm." That one sentence warmed my heart. This is how I get through each day, giving and receiving comfort. When I come home after work, my husband is still lying on the sofa watching TV. "When's dinner?" That's the first thing he says to me. "No, hello, no, was it hard?" I silently prepare the meal. My husband eats without saying it's delicious or thank you. And when the meal is over, he goes back to the sofa and looks at his phone. The dishes are naturally my responsibility. I didn't know married life would be this lonely. We live together, but I'm always alone. My husband doesn't listen to what I say and has no interest in my feelings. I'm just someone who cooks, someone who brings home money. That seems to be my entire existence. At lunch, my colleague Ms. Kim looked at my face and said, "Miss Ook, you don't look well lately. Is something wrong?" "No, I'm just a bit tired." Ms. Kim smiled bitterly and said, "At our age, everyone's like that. Men let their bellies grow and their hair fall out. But they endlessly criticize women." I forced a smile too, but tears welled up inside. Yes, everyone lives like this. That's how I console myself. Something strange. But lately, my husband's behavior has been strange. My husband, who used to just stay cooped up at home, suddenly started going out frequently. "Where are you going?" when I asked. I only got responses like, "Meeting a friend," or "Going for a walk." But what was strange was that every time he went out, he dressed carefully and shaved cleanly. This from someone who wouldn't shave for days at home. One evening, after my husband showered, there was an unfamiliar cologne scent. I had never bought him cologne. "Where did you get this cologne?" I asked. My husband stammered, looking flustered, "Oh, a friend gave it as a gift." That night, after my husband fell asleep, I sneaked a look at his phone. The password had been changed. It used to be my birthday, but now it was a different number. My heart sank. After that, I observed my husband carefully. When he got calls, he'd go to another room to answer, and when texts came, I saw him quickly check and delete them. One day, my husband went to the bathroom and left his phone on the living room table. That's when a KakaoTalk notification popped up. "Opa, let's meet at 7 p.m. at the place we agreed on. I miss you." My heart pounded. My hands trembled. But I couldn't check further, because my husband was about to come out of the bathroom. He hurriedly picked up his phone and locked it again. "Who was that text from?" I asked. "Oh, just spam." My husband answered without making eye contact. That evening at 7 p.m., my husband left the house saying, "I'm meeting a friend." My heart felt like it was tearing apart, but I couldn't say anything. I had no concrete evidence. The evidence. The next month, the credit card statement came. I was organizing the household budget when I happened to see it. There were charges at restaurants I didn't know about. And they were high-end restaurants. My husband had rarely taken me out to eat. He'd say money was precious and home-cooked food was best, yet He was dining with someone at expensive restaurants. What was more shocking was that there were hotel charges too. A luxury hotel downtown. I'd never been to that hotel. My hands trembled. This was clear evidence that my husband was seeing another woman. That evening, I gathered my courage and asked my husband, "Honey, what's this credit card charge? Why did you go to this hotel?" My husband's flustered expression was obvious. "Ah, that. It was a friend's birthday, so we had a party there." "Then why didn't you tell me?" "I forgot." My husband's answer sounded like a lie. He couldn't make eye contact, stammered, and was even sweating. "Really? You really only went with friends?" "Yes. Why are you interrogating me like this?" "Don't you trust me?" My husband got angry instead. I couldn't say anything more. I was scared of my husband's angry face and afraid to hear the truth. Caught in the act. 6 p.m., on my way home from work. My whole body is exhausted, my back aches, and my legs are swollen. Still, with just the thought of going home, I ride the bus and look out the window. A slight sense of relief seeps in that I've made it through another day safely. But as I approached home, a strange car caught my eye. A black sedan, with dim light seeping from inside. The car door opened, and I saw a familiar figure from behind. It was my husband. And next to him, a young woman got out. The two talked quietly as if secretly exchanging something. Then my husband hurriedly looked around and walked toward the house. For a moment, my heart sank. My whole body froze as if paralyzed, and I couldn't even breathe. Is what I just saw really true? Did I see it wrong? But my husband's expression and the woman's silhouette through the car window wouldn't disappear from before my eyes. I hid behind a streetlight and watched the scene. The woman appeared to be in her early 30s. Long hair, slim figure, wearing high heels. The woman lightly grabbed my husband's arm. My husband smiled and warmly held the woman's hand. He was showing that expression, that tenderness to another woman that he had never once shown me.
After working hard all day, swallowing all kinds of difficult emotions and barely holding on, has home, this place, now become not comfort, but another pain for me? On the alley in front of my house, under the streetlight, I collapsed miserably. Following the truth, the next day, I decided to follow my husband. I finished work at the care facility early and waited near home. Around 5 p.m., my husband came out of the house. Neatly dressed, cleanly shaved, even wearing cologne. My husband took a bus downtown. I cautiously followed. My husband got off in front of an upscale cafe. And shortly after, that woman appeared. The two hugged happily. Before my eyes, my husband was embracing another woman. I couldn't bring myself to go inside. My legs were shaking, and tears poured out. I cried there for a long time. The following week, I followed my husband again. This time I witnessed my husband and that woman entering a hotel together. It was the very hotel that was on the credit card statement. The two went in arm. Like lovers, no, like a married couple, so affectionate. I sat in a corner of the hotel lobby and waited. About 2 hours passed. The two came out together. The woman was clinging to my husband's arm, and my husband was stroking her hair. The moment I saw that, I wanted to give up everything. This marriage, this life, everything. The investigation. I secretly hired a private detective, using money I'd saved bit by bit from my earnings. The detective brought results in a week. That woman was a junior from my husband's former company. Age 35, unmarried. The relationship with my husband had started about 6 months ago. The moment I saw the photos the detective took, I truly collapsed. Photos of the two shopping together, holding hands at a restaurant, entering a hotel. Everything was evidence. What was more shocking was that my husband was buying gifts for that woman with my money. With the money I'd worked so hard to earn, he was buying her luxury bags. That night, I didn't say anything. Pretending nothing was wrong, pretending not to know. I just did housework as usual. Called the kids, and prepared dinner for my husband as always. Inside I was rotting away, but outwardly I had to smile as if nothing happened. Because I wanted to protect the family. I didn't want to hurt the children. So I swallowed everything alone, endured, and persevered. But my husband's cold words and indifferent gaze dug deeper into my heart every day. I endured and endured again, hoping that someday my husband might change, might come back to how he used to be. I survived each day with that one hope. The anniversary. My husband looks at his phone more often these days. When he exchanges messages with someone, a smile spreads across his face. The fact that he's sending that expression, he never once showed me to someone else, was so painful. Every night before falling asleep, I soaked my pillow with tears. Without making a sound, quietly, alone. I couldn't believe that my husband of 30 years could betray me this easily. One day, my husband said, "I'm going to Busan today to meet hometown friends." He said he'd be gone for 2 days. But I knew through the detective that my husband wasn't going to Busan but to Gangwon-do. That he was going to a resort with that woman. And then our wedding anniversary approached. It was our 30th. I wanted to trust one last time. Would my husband remember me on this day? Would he remember our 30 years? I carefully prepared my husband's favorite foods. I wore pretty clothes and put on makeup. But at 7 p.m., my husband said, something urgent came up, and left the house. He didn't even mention it was our anniversary. I sat alone in front of the table I'd set. I'd lit candles and prepared cake. But my husband didn't come. Around 11 p.m., I got a text from my husband. "I'll be home late tonight. Go to sleep first." That was all. That night, I made a decision. This can't go on anymore. I need to end this relationship. The explosion. I want to live my life too. You live your way, I'll live mine. The kids are all grown now, so let's each go our separate ways. The moment I heard his words, everything piled up inside me exploded. There's another woman, isn't there? My husband's face hardened. What are you talking about? I know everything. That you've been seeing a woman in her 30s for the past 6 months. Going to hotels, traveling, buying gifts. With the money I earned. I know it all. My husband couldn't say anything. I ran to the kitchen and threw dishes. Glass cups shattered on the floor. The sound of breaking plates filled the living room. Broken dishes, scattered fragments, shattered photos of our smiling family. From the past in frames. They were like pieces of my heart. Never to be put back together again. Who do you think you are? Who are you to do this to me? How much I've endured. How much I've lived for you. 30 years. We lived together for 30 years. That night, I released my emotions for the first time. And I realized, I can no longer live like this. The divorce. The next day, I went for divorce consultation. Because I was certain I could no longer be with my husband. The lawyer nodded while listening to my story. This is sufficient grounds for divorce. A spouse's infidelity is clear grounds for divorce. The moment I stamped the divorce papers, it felt like a heavy burden was being lifted. I was scared, but at the same time, I felt liberated. My husband readily agreed to the divorce. Probably because he wanted to be with that woman. The property division proceeded quickly. We sold the house and split it 50-50, and I took all the money I'd earned. When I told the children about the divorce, they were surprisingly calm. My eldest son said, "Mom, I think it's actually for the best. You looked so exhausted. My younger son also said, I'm on mom's side. Dad was wrong. Receiving my children's support, I felt confident that my decision was right. New beginning. I moved to a small studio apartment. The place was cramped, but my heart felt wider. Now I had my own space where no one would disrespect me, where no one would say hurtful things. I put up new wallpaper and hung curtains in my favorite color. I placed small flower pots and set up a desk. This small space decorated to my taste was so precious. After the divorce, I continued working as a caregiver. In fact, I worked harder. Because now I was saving money for myself, for my future. My colleagues said I'd changed. That my face had brightened, that I smiled more. Hearing that, it really seemed like I had changed. A fateful meeting. Then one day, I met someone's guardian. He was a gentleman in his early 60s, and I was impressed by how devotedly he cared for his mother. Thanks to you, my mother has improved so much. Thank you so much. He always expressed gratitude to me. And one day he offered me a cup of coffee and asked to talk. As it turned out, he was someone who successfully ran a business and had been living alone since his wife passed away a few years ago. He listened to my story seriously and understood my pain. Ms. Misuk, you're truly a strong person. To be able to smile so brightly. After going through such difficulties, I respect you. Hearing those words made me choke up. Words I had never heard from my husband. Growing closer. That's how we gradually grew closer. He respected me and listened to what I said. I felt consideration and warmth from him. That I had never received from my husband. We walked in parks together, and on weekends we'd go to exhibitions or movies. We started as friends at first, but gradually felt drawn to each other. Ms. Misuk, you're truly an amazing person. To live so bravely on your own. No, I just ended up this way living life. If you ever have difficulties, please tell me anytime. I'll be by your side. Hearing those words brought tears to my eyes. But this time they weren't tears of sadness. That someone was on my side, that someone was there for me. Transformation. He taught me how to take care of myself. We went to massage parlors together to relieve my body's fatigue. And I started learning to exercise at a gym. Ms. Misuk, health is most important. When your body is healthy, your mind is healthy too. At first it was hard because my body was heavy, but as I gradually moved more, my body became lighter and my mind healthier. The reflection in the mirror started to change little by little. Before, I felt shabby and depressed whenever I looked in the mirror. But now I was starting to see myself in the mirror as lovable. Twice a week, I got full body massages. As my back and shoulders, exhausted from caregiver work, loosened up, my body felt much lighter. I'm happy that I can take care of my body like this. I never could have imagined it before. With help from a professional trainer, I started Pilates. My posture improved and my stamina increased. I no longer got out of breath climbing stairs. He was financially comfortable. Thanks to that, for the first time I could dine at fine restaurants, wear nice clothes, and invest in taking care of myself. Ms. Misuk, try this outfit. I think it'll look really good on you. At a department store, I tried on clothes he picked out. My reflection in the mirror was unfamiliar. I was amazed that wearing pretty clothes could make me look so different. You're really beautiful. I'll gift you this outfit. No, it's too expensive. Ms. Misuk, you deserve this treatment. Please accept it. Before, I felt guilty even spending money on myself. But now I realized I'm precious. I understood that I deserve to be happy too. I started going to a dermatologist. I got laser treatments and skincare, and my skin brightened considerably. Doctor, can my skin improve at my age? Of course. Age is just a number. With consistent care, it can definitely improve. Hearing that gave me courage. I thought it's not too late yet. The ex-husband's downfall. Meanwhile, I happened to hear news about my husband. I wondered if he was doing well with that young woman. But it turned out she had just taken money from him and left. My husband had spent all the money I'd saved on that woman and ended up alone. He couldn't restart his business either, and all his friends had left him. About 3 months after the divorce, my husband contacted me. Misuk, let's meet and talk. I could have refused, but I thought it was right to see his face one last time. To completely close that chapter. My husband looked shabby and aged. In just a few months, his hair had turned grayer and deep wrinkles had formed on his face. Misuk, I was wrong. I'm really sorry. Give me one more chance. Let's start over. My husband's voice was trembling. But I was no longer swayed. What are you saying now? You abandoned me. Do you remember what you said to me? Your belly is as big as Namsan, you'll be rolling around soon. Do you know how much those words hurt me? I'm sorry. Really sorry. I was crazy. I won't do it again. That woman just took money from me and left. I'm alone. Please. Tears fell from my husband's eyes. But I no longer felt sympathy. That's the path you chose. You chose a young woman over 30 years with me. You're experiencing the consequences now. Misuk, please. I really regret it. There's no woman like you. I was a fool. I shook my head. No. It's already too late. I can live well without you now. No, I'm happier without you. Do you know how free I've felt since the divorce? Do you know how happy I am? My husband continued pleading. I'm living in a Goshiwan now. I have no money, no job. Misuk, please help me. Let's start over. I can't. I'm going to live my life now. You live yours. We're done here. And I've met someone good now. My husband's face hardened. What? Someone good? Yes. Someone who respects me and treats me preciously. Someone who does all the things you never did for me. Misuk, I'm happy now. I live smiling every day, my body is healthy, and my mind is at peace. It's happiness I never felt when I was with you. I stood up from my seat. Well, I'll be going now. Don't contact me anymore. We're strangers. I didn't look back. In that moment, I truly felt liberated. I was no longer tied to my husband. I was walking my own path on my own feet. Coming out of the cafe, the sunlight was warm. Spring had come. Spring had come to my life too. New life. Thanks to him, I could move to a better place. I live in a spacious apartment with good sunlight, growing flowers I love. The living room has large windows, so sunlight fills it every morning. On the veranda, I keep flower pots and grow flowers. Roses, geraniums, lavender. Full of flowers I love. The kitchen is also spacious and convenient for cooking. Before, cooking meals for my husband was stressful. But now I joyfully cook what I want to eat. In the bedroom, I placed a comfortable bed and vanity. Every morning I sit in front of the mirror. Take care of my skin and put on makeup. Time for myself. Your expression has really brightened lately. It looks good, he said when he came to visit my place. It's thanks to you, because you're by my side. Misuk, what do you think about marrying me? I was momentarily surprised. It was a marriage proposal. Choosing a different path. I thought for a moment. He's truly a good person. But, thank you. I'm truly grateful, but I don't want to get married anymore. I don't want to be trapped within the institution of marriage again. He accepted it surprisingly calmly. I understand. The formality isn't important. What's more important is that we care for and respect each other. Thank you so much. Meeting someone like you changed my life. But I don't want to become anyone's wife legally anymore. I just want to be together as good friends and lovers. Of course, I want to do it in whatever way is comfortable for Misuk. We're a relationship that respects each other. That's how I realized I could be happy without the framework of marriage. A relationship that respects and cares for each other, that's real love. Daily joy. These days I exercise every morning. With help from a professional trainer. My stamina has improved and my body has become healthier. I no longer experience knee pain or stiff back as before. At the gym, I alternate between strength training and cardio. At first I couldn't lift a 5 kilograms dumbbell, but now 10 kilograms is easy. Misuk, you've really improved so much. Your posture is better and your stamina has increased. Hearing the trainer's praise made me proud. I also take Pilates classes twice a week. Strengthening my core muscles made my back pain largely disappear. Once a week I go to a spa for massage and skincare. It's time to cherish my body and invest in myself. Would you like an aroma massage today, or a deep tissue massage? Aroma, please. I've been a bit stressed lately. The fragrant oil scent relaxes body and mind. I was grateful to be able to enjoy such luxury. I look at my body in front of the mirror. I've lost a lot of weight too. About 15 kilograms. My facial lines have come alive, and my skin has improved. The belly fat my husband criticized so much has largely diminished. But now I take care of my body not for others, but for myself. I continue working as a caregiver. It's still hard, but now it's work I chose, work I find rewarding. Thanks to you, Ms. Misuk, I can live like this. Thank you, really. Grandma Kim holds my hand and says this. I'm more grateful. Thanks to you, Grandma, I'm happy. Family acceptance. I also told my children about my new boyfriend. I was worried at first, but the children actually cheered me on. Mom, if you're happy, we're happy too. You've suffered so much. Now you should live happily. My eldest son Junhyuk's words brought tears to my eyes. Please introduce him to us sometime. We'd like to meet him. My younger son Minsu said too. On the weekend, I arranged a meal with the children. He was there too. Thank you for taking such good care of our mother. My eldest son greeted him. Not at all. Thanks to Ms. Misuk, I'm happier. The children liked him. Receiving my children's approval made me feel even more at ease. My granddaughter also visits my place often. Grandma, you're pretty now. I love it when you smile. My granddaughter hugs me and laughs. This child's laughter is the vitality of my life. Receiving the children's blessing gave me greater courage. Now I can enjoy my happiness confidently, without guilt. The ex's fate. My husband is still living alone, I hear. He tried to start working again, but with his age and poor health. It's not easy. Occasionally I hear about my husband through mutual acquaintances. He's living in a Goshiwon, eating instant ramen for meals alone. All his friends have turned their backs. And his relationship with the children has become distant too. That young woman took as much as she could from my husband and left. Designer bags, jewelry, cash. She took everything and went to another man. My husband became completely penniless. He has debts from his failed business, and he spent all his money on that woman. So he has no means to make a comeback. Sometimes texts come to me, but I no longer respond. I've blocked his number too. I think that's the right path for both me and my husband. My husband may be regretting it now. Abandoning the wife he lived with for 30 years, the solid home. But that's my husband's burden. I will no longer carry that regret. Life is a series of choices. My husband made the wrong choice and is paying the price. On the other hand, I made a courageous choice and found happiness as a result. Thriving life. My mornings these days start like this. I start the day receiving bright sunlight and drink a cup of coffee while thinking about what to do today. I go to the veranda and water the flowers. The roses have bloomed beautifully. They've blossomed as beautifully as my life. Breakfast is simple. I eat Greek yogurt with fruit on top, or whole wheat bread spread with avocado. I try to maintain a healthy diet. I no longer prepare meals for someone else. I make food I like, for myself. That alone makes me happy. The commute to work is also different from before. On the bus, I listen to music and look out the window. The world seems so beautiful. Travels. I started traveling with him. Jeju Island, Gangneung, Busan. We started with domestic travel. Shall we go to Japan next month? To see the cherry blossoms. Really? This will be my first overseas trip. Then we definitely should go. Ms. Misuk, the world is wide and there's so much to see. The trip to Japan was like a dream. We walked streets in full cherry blossom, relaxed in hot springs, and ate delicious food. I wonder if it's okay to be this happy. Of course it is. Ms. Misuk, you deserve to be happy. We also went on a European trip. We took photos in front of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France, and threw coins at the Trevi Fountain in Rome, Italy. Did you make a wish? Yes, I hoped this happiness would last a long time. It definitely will. We saw the Mona Lisa at the Louvre Museum, rode gondolas in Venice, and looked at snowy mountains in the Swiss Alps. Seeing landscapes I'd only seen on TV my whole life with my own eyes was moving. I've never been abroad in over 50 years of life. And to be able to see the world like this. It's like a dream. Let's go to many more places together. I'll take you to all the places Ms. Misuk wants to see. After returning from travel, I made a photo album. A new chapter of my life was unfolding. Friendships. I also meet frequently with my caregiver colleagues. We gather once a month. Misuk, you've completely changed lately. You're glowing. Right. You look 10 years younger. What's your secret? Secret? I think I've come to love myself. And meeting someone who truly cares for me has been a great strength too. I'm jealous. Should we be brave like Misuk too? Ms. Kim sighed as she spoke. I know she's having a hard time because of her husband too. Ms. Kim, we only live once. Wouldn't it be better to live happily alone than to live unhappily? Yeah, you're right. I should be brave. I was proud that my story was giving courage to others too. With friends, we go hiking, watch movies, and do restaurant tours. Before, I couldn't meet friends often because I had to watch my husband's mood. But now I can spend time freely. Self-reflection. Sometimes I have time alone. I sit on a park bench and write in my diary. I organize my emotions and look back at how far I've come. I no longer live only as someone's wife, as someone's mother. I am, me, myself. I live confidently as one person named Misuk. I close my diary and look at the sky. Clouds flow slowly. My life is flowing like this too. No longer stopped, moving forward. I realized that being in my 50s isn't the end but a new beginning. From now on is my real life. I started meditation too. Twice a week, I go to a meditation center to calm my breathing and organize my mind. Breathe in and receive positive energy. Breathe out and release negative emotions. I breathe slowly following the instructor's voice. My mind becomes peaceful. I used to always be anxious and restless, but now I've found peace of mind. Luxury and self-care. I also dine at fine restaurants. I find it amazing to see myself drinking wine and eating steak. I never imagined I'd come to a place like this before. We'll go to many more places. Ms. Misuk, you deserve it. Final encounter with X. One day, while shopping at a mart, I happened to run into my husband again. It was about 6 months after meeting him at the cafe. My husband looked even more shabby. His clothes were shabby, his face had no color. His shopping basket only had a few cups of instant ramen. My husband recognized me and his eyes widened. Misuk. I greeted him calmly. Hello. My husband looked me up and down. The clothes I was wearing, the designer bag I was carrying, and my healthy-looking face. You've really changed a lot. You lost weight. You've become pretty. Thank you. I'm glad you seem to be doing well. My husband's voice trembled. I really regret it. I regret it every single day. I only now realize how precious you were. I nodded. Yes, but it's already too late. I'm living a different life now. Are you doing well with that person? Yes, I'm very happy. I've never been this happy in my life. My husband's face contorted. I'm alone every day. I have no friends, no money. The kids don't even contact me. Misuk, that's the path you chose. I chose my path too. Now we're each living our own lives. Well then, take care. I turned and walked away. My husband seemed to be saying something behind me, but I didn't listen. My steps toward the checkout were light. I no longer had any lingering attachment or sympathy. We were simply living with the results of our respective choices. Health checkup. I went to the hospital for a regular checkup. When hearing the results, the doctor was surprised. Compared to your previous checkup results, you've improved so much. Your blood pressure is normal. Cholesterol levels have dropped, and blood sugar is stable. Do you have any secrets? I exercise regularly, eat healthily, and reduced stress. You're truly exemplary. Just maintain it like this. I'm proud of my healthier body. I stand in front of the mirror. I've lost 15 kilograms. My facial lines have come alive, and my skin has improved. This mirror used to be my enemy, but now it's become my friend. I put on workout clothes and go to the gym. Running on the treadmill, my appearance is confident. Ms. Misuk, you completed 5 kilometers today. That's amazing. I smile and answer the trainer's praise. My goal is 10 kilometers. You can definitely do it. Leisurely daily life. Weekend morning, I sleep in late. There's no one to wake me, no need to hurry. I slowly get up and go to the veranda. I drink coffee and read a book. I don't know how precious this leisure is. A few days ago, I got a call from my eldest son. Mom, Dad was hospitalized. What? What happened? Overwork and malnutrition. He must not have been eating properly. My heart sank for a moment, but I quickly gathered myself. Did you contact your dad? Yes, I'll pay the hospital bills. But I thought I should let you know. I see. You're having a hard time. It's okay, Mom. Don't worry about it. After hanging up, I fell into thought. He was once someone I lived with for 30 years. But now we're strangers. I told him about it. My ex-husband was hospitalized. Will you go see him? I thought for a moment. No. The kids are there, so he'll be fine. I think it's right for me to live my life now. That's a good decision. Ms. Misuk, you've already done enough. That's right. I've already done enough. I devoted 30 years. Now it's my turn. Reflection at 56. I'm 56 years old now. Some people say I'm old now, that my life is over. But I want to say no. That now is truly the real beginning of my life. I work as a caregiver, giving comfort to someone, and after work, I spend time with someone I love. Getting massages, exercising, traveling. I do what I want to do. The reflection in the mirror is no longer unfamiliar. There are wrinkles and white hair. But within them are confidence and self-assurance. I decided not to get married. I never want to become someone's property again. Instead, we stay together as good friends and lovers, who respect and care for each other. That alone is enough happiness. Every morning when I open my eyes, I'm grateful. That I can start another day healthily. That I have someone I love. That I can do what I want to do. My husband is paying the price for his choice. Lonely, alone. But that's his burden. I no longer carry that weight. Message of hope. Sometimes while walking in the park, I think, what if I hadn't been brave? I would have lived unhappily for the rest of my life, enduring my husband's insults, watching my cheating husband. But I was brave, and I reclaimed my life. If there's anyone going through a difficult marriage right now, I hope you'll be brave. You also deserve to be happy. Age is just a number. Whether you're in your 50s or 60s, you can make a new start anytime. I reclaimed my life in my 50s. You can do it too. Love yourself, and confidently seek out happiness. Don't be trapped in the framework of marriage. Happy independence is better than an unhappy marriage. A relationship that respects each other, that's true love. My life's spring came at 56. Your spring will definitely come too. Don't give up. You deserve to be loved, you deserve to be happy. Standing tall. Today I also stand in front of the mirror. But now I'm not afraid. I'm proud of my reflection in the mirror. Confidence and happiness shine within my wrinkled face. Today I live my life. Confidently, happily, freely. That's the message I want to convey to you. Epilogue my daily life now. These days, I wake up naturally. Sunlight streams through the large windows, and I can hear birds chirping. I make coffee and sit on the veranda. The roses are blooming beautifully. The lavender is fragrant. This small garden is my sanctuary. I do yoga for 30 minutes. My body has become flexible, and my mind is peaceful. At work, I'm still a caregiver. But now this work gives me pride, not just money. Ms. Misuk, what would we do without you? The elderly people say this. Those words make all my fatigue disappear. After work, he's waiting. We have dinner together and share our day's stories. How was your day? It was good. Grandma Kim laughed a lot today. That's good. Shall we take a walk? We walk hand in hand through the park. Like a young couple. No, more comfortable and warmer than a young couple. On weekends, we travel. Sometimes nearby, sometimes far away. The world is wide, and there's so much to see. My children visit often. My granddaughter runs to me. Grandma, I missed you. Holding my granddaughter in my arms is the happiest moment. The wisdom I've gained. Through this experience, I learned several things. First, marriage isn't everything. It's more important to respect and love each other than to be bound by legal ties. Second, it's never too late. Change is possible at any age. My 50s became the most beautiful time of my life. Third, you must love yourself. When I didn't love myself, no one else could love me either. But when I started loving myself, the world changed. Fourth, courage changes life. If I hadn't been brave, I would still be living in an unhappy marriage. Fifth, economic independence is important. Because I could earn money on my own, I could make brave choices. To those going through hard times, if you're going through a difficult time right now, remember this. You deserve to be happy. Your age, appearance, economic situation, none of that matters. You have the right to be happy. Don't live for others. Live for yourself. Your life belongs to you. Don't be afraid of change. Change is scary, but staying in an unhappy situation is scarier. Don't live comparing yourself to others. Your life is yours alone. Don't measure your happiness by others' standards. Take care of your body. When your body is healthy, your mind is healthy. Exercise, eat well, rest well. Have the courage to ask for help. I also received help from many people. A lawyer, a detective, colleagues, children, and him. There's no shame in receiving help. My current happiness. Now I'm truly happy. Every morning I wake up with gratitude. I no longer hear hurtful words. No one ignores me. I live in my own space, decorated the way I like. I work and earn money for myself. I exercise and take care of my body. I travel and see the world. I have someone who loves me by my side. My children support me. I live with confidence. This is happiness. Simple but precious, small but solid happiness. My future dreams. I have dreams for the future. I want to travel more places. Asia, Europe, America, Africa. I want to see the whole world. I want to write a book. A book about my story, to give courage to other women. I want to volunteer. I want to help women going through difficult marriages. I want to learn new things. Painting, music, languages. Things I couldn't do before. I want to stay healthy. I want to live vigorously even in my 70s and 80s. Most importantly, I want to continue to love myself and live happily. Final message. Life is long. Even if it was hard until now, it's not over. If you're in your 50s, you still have 30 to 40 years left. That's enough time to start anew. Don't give up. Your spring will come too. I was able to do it. You can too. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. And be brave. Your life is precious. You deserve to be happy. My spring came at 56. When will your spring come? The answer is now. Right now, this moment. Now, stand in front of the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am precious. I deserve to be happy. I love myself. That's the beginning of change. I did it. You can too. Don't give up. Your spring will definitely come. Today. Today is another beautiful day. Sunlight is warm, wind is refreshing. I put on pretty clothes and go out. The world welcomes me. I smile. I'm happy. This is my life now. Confident, happy, free. This is the spring of my life that came at 56. The end. This is a story of one woman's courage and transformation. It's a story that shows it's never too late to reclaim your life. And that you deserve to be happy at any age. May this story give courage to all women going through difficult times.